Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. Welcome back in action. This is your brother Abdul who will be taking for you mathematics of high school. We're going to discuss about paper 1 questions that will come during national exam. Okay. Here, what we'll be talking about today is gradient, because if you can remember, in our previous video, we have been distracted by the network of SLE, but this time around, inshallah, God willing, I will try my best to help you. Okay. Remember, gradient has got a KCSE concept, which is outside book. Okay. So tonight, what we are going to discuss about is possible paper 1 questions. Okay, that can come from gradient. Okay. Now let's see the first concept here, of which is not found in the KLB. Okay. Let's see that without wasting time. We need to see that. Okay. Let's take our time, guys. We'll take our time, don't worry, man. So here we are going to see a variety of concepts. Then we'll be having one more video based on this one, because gradient is known to have a variety or different types of concepts. Okay, that can be what framed during national exam. Okay, without wasting time, let us see the first question here. Let's go and see the first one. Let me roll this one. Okay, let's go, guys. Let's see these ones, okay? So this will be the first example, then we will move to other questions that can come during national exam for information. The first example here is that your toddler our example 1, what we are discussing tonight, let me write the topic first. What we are discussing is gradient. Yeah, remember, gradient, application of gradient. Okay, applications of gradient. Okay, this is what we are going to discuss. Application of gradients is what we are going to discuss, guys. Okay, let's see the first example. This is our example 1, guys. Your toddler as straight line passes through the points, through the points. We have A. Point A is 7. Point A is what? 7. Okay. And B, we have -5, -3. Okay. The toddler, find the equation. Find the equation of line AB, period. So such kind of questions will carry 3 marks. Okay. Do you know why we are starting with this one? Why are we starting with this one? Do you know? Because we are going to see questions that will start with this kind of question. Okay. A question of 10 marks that will have this one as the first question. Okay. Now, if you can remember, this is where we have stopped in our previous video, because we are being distracted by the network, obviously. Okay. Here we are told a straight line passes through the points A 7, B -5, 1. Okay. Full stop. Find the equation of line AB. So what are we going to do now? This is the question here. Is what is the way forward? What are we going to do? Now we need to get the equation of this line, whose 2 points given. Okay. So we have A as 3, 7. Then we have also B as -5, -3. So for you to get the equation of a line, you are expected to come up with the gradient first, of which you have learned in our previous video, if you can remember. So this is x1, this is y1. This is x2, y2. So for you to get the equation of a line, you must get the gradient first. So we know that gradient G is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, okay? This is how we're going to get the gradient of a line for your information. Okay? The gradient of a line for your information. And here, let's get our gradient, okay? You can say our y2 is what? Negative 3 minus y1, which is 7, divided by our x2 is what? Negative 5 minus 3, which is now negative 3 minus 7 is negative 10, divided by negative, what? Negative 8. Okay, let's see that. Negative 8, of course. So cancel these two. Remember, this is 10. Remember, this is 10. For your information, by 2, 5, by 2, 4. So that is the gradient for your information. That is the gradient for your information, okay? After getting the gradient, then for you to get the equation now say equation. How are you going to get the equation? You're going to say, check in a general point. Look at this one. Check in a general point, which is xy. Remember, the general point is always x, y. Then say together with, let me use this one. Together with, when you say together with, take either of these 2 points. Let me take A, which is 3, 7, then semicolon, then we'll take our gradient, which is 5 out of 4. Then we are going to express this gradient. We are going to say y, or y, which is for the general point, y, come here, y minus the y value of the point taken in this situation 7, divided by x minus the x value of the point taken, which is 3, is going to give us the gradient, okay? Expressing the gradient, which is now 5 out of 4. Then you cross multiply for your information, yeah? You cross multiply. You're going to say 4 into y minus 7 is equal to 5 into x minus 3. So this will be 4y minus 28, okay? 4y minus 28 is equal to 5x minus 15. So what are we going to do? We'll take this one to the other side. So we'll have 4y is equal to 5x minus 15 plus 28. So 4y is equal to 5x, okay, this is plus 13, okay? Subtract 28, 15 from 28, yeah? So divide throughout by 4, okay? Cancel this thing. So y is equal to 5 out of 4x plus 13 out of 4. So this is how you're going to get the equation of a line for your information, okay? Get the gradient first, then take one of these 2 points plus a general point, then say taking a general point which is always xy together with either of the points here given plus the gradient. Then express the gradient by saying y, which is in the general point, minus the y value of the point taken divided by x, which is in the general point, minus the x value of the point taken will give me the gradient. Then you cross multiply, okay? Okay, that's how you're going to solve it, guys, okay? Now let's proceed and see our next example, okay? Let me utilize this space, guys, okay? Now, let's see another example, okay? I know this space will help me, okay? Let's go, guys, okay? Let us see our next example, which will also come during national exam, okay? Let's see this one. Okay, let's see this one. You are told, look at this one. This is example 2. You are told the equation of a straight line. This is questionnaire. The equation of a straight line. The equation of a straight line. Okay. Is you have 3y minus 4x is equal to 6. Then you're told find the gradient of the line, full stop. Find the gradient of the line. The gradient of the line. This is question A. Then we have question B. Question B, they're told another line AB, another line AB, another line AB passes through A 4, -3, okay, and is parallel to the line in A above, to the line in A in bracket here, above. Full stop. You are told to find the equation, of line AB in the form y is equal to mx plus c. So now when you encounter such kind of question in normal exam or during KCSE, look at these questions here. We have A and B because they have relationship, okay? You are told the equation of a straight line is 3y minus 4x is equal to 6. Find the gradient of the line. So when you encounter such kind of question in KCSE, or when you come across such kind of question in normal exam or maybe in KCSE, you are expected to rewrite this equation given in the form y is equal to mx plus c. Then your m will be the gradient, okay? You have done that one for your information. So let me write the equation. The equation given is this one. 3y minus 4x is equal to 6. This equation is not written in the form y is equal to mx plus c. So what are we going to do? We will take this one to the other side. So we're going to say 3y is equal to 4x plus 6. Then divide throughout by the coefficient of what? Y. So we're going to say divide throughout this one, okay? So we have cancel y is equal to 4 out of 3x plus 2. So gradient is this one now, our m, okay? So I'm going to say g is equal to 4 out of 3. So that is the gradient of the line, yeah? You write the equation in the form y is equal to mx plus c, then m will be the gradient of the line. Then come to question B. You are told another line passes through this point. So a point is given and is parallel to the line in A above. Parallel means two lines are parallel if they have the same gradient, okay? If you want to know more about that, can you check with our YouTube channel? It is there, guys. So you are told another line AB passes through point A, which is 4, -3, and is parallel to the line in A above. So parallel means the line which passes through this point has got the same gradient, okay? With the line whose gradient is what? That one, okay? Now, let me check. We are told then, find the equation of line AB. So, when I want to get equation of line AB, look here. Equation of line AB. What do I have? I have a point which is what? A, I have a point which is 4, -3. I have also the gradient because they have the same gradient, don't forget, because they're parallel, okay? So I'll say this is my gradient, okay? Now when you have a point and a gradient, then you can get what? The equation. You will start with this one, okay? Checking a general point. Or if you are very systematic in mathematics, you can say let x, y lie on the same line, okay? But that's when we become what? Seniors, okay, in mathematics. For now, for time being, now we're going to say checking a general point, okay? We'll start the marker, okay? You're going to say checking a general point. Checking what? A general point. Our general point is always x1. Then together with, write this statement always, together with, then take this point A, which is 4, -3, then semicolon, 4 out of 3, which is the gradient. I have the point and the gradient. So then you get now, I'll express this gradient. Now expressing the gradient, you're going to say y, which is the general one, minus the y value of the point taken. So we have here negative. So it will be minus, okay? minus 3 divided by x minus 4 is equal to 4 out of 3. Then here we'll have plus y plus 3 all over x minus 4 is equal to 4 out of 3. Then cross multiply, so it will be 3 into y plus 3 is equal to 4 into x minus 4. So it will be 3y plus 9 is equal to 4x minus 16. Open the bracket here. So take this one to the other side. So it will be 3y, okay, is equal to 4x minus 16, then minus 9, okay? Because take this one to the other side, it will be negative. So I'll have 3y is equal to throughout by the coefficient of y, which is 3 in this situation. Yeah? Look here, we have 3 here. 3 throughout here, 3. So I'll have y is equal to 4 out of 3x. 4 out of 3x plus, not plus, sorry, minus 25 out of 3. Okay, this is how we're going to tackle questions of what? Questions of 4 marks for evolution. So here, the two lines are parallel, don't forget. Meaning they have the same gradient, okay? The gradient of the first line is equal to the gradient of the line which passes through this point, okay? Okay, let's now tackle a question of 10 marks for information. Let's see a question of 10 marks now, because we need to go and see another video, maybe tomorrow's night. But now let's see another example, okay? A question of 10 marks. Now let's see that one. A question of 10 marks, okay? A question of what? 10 marks. A question of 10 marks, okay? I hope you have everything now because you are writing. If I'm not wrong, you're writing, okay? You must be writing. You must be calculating this thing, okay? Get your calculator, the exercise book, okay? Plus at least 2 pairs, okay? So in the event where one is not working, the other one will help you, okay? Let's go. Let's see this one again. This time we're going to see a question of 10 marks, okay? Remember, we need to have more videos about this because in KCSE, gradient is must, okay? It's always there for information. Okay, let me show you one more example concerning about a question of 10 marks. Now let's see this one. Let's see this one. You are told a straight line. This should be example 3 here. A straight line. A straight line. Look at this one. A straight line AB passes. A straight line AB passes through the points which are P for pen, open the bracket, 2, -3, and Q capital, okay, open the bracket, 4, -7. So the moment you have 2 points, know that you can get the gradient and the equation, okay? Understanding the nature of the equation is very, very important. So question A, you are told, find the gradient of the line. Find the gradient of the line. Okay. Question B, so question B, this is 2 marks. Then question B, you are told another line BR passes through B. BR passes through B, and look at this one, and is perpendicular, and is perpendicular to the line whose equation, to the line, now you're told another line BR passes through B and is perpendicular to, sorry, and is perpendicular to BQ. Full stop. You are told find from 1 again. You are told the gradient of BR. The gradient of BR. So this also carry 2 marks. Then you are told the equation of BR from 2. The equation of BR in the form y is equal to mx plus c. Then the last question here, we are told, look at this last question. Question B, you are told line BR meets the x-axis and you are told y-axis at A and B capital respectively. Look at this one. Respectively. Full stop. You are told find the coordinates of A and B. Find the coordinates of A capital and B capital. So this is carrying 4 marks. Okay? 4 marks. Now, what are we going to do? Okay, let's go, guys. Let me try to use this space wisely because it's gonna help me. Okay, I'll say like this. Then I can still use this one. I can subdivide this one to 2 equal halves. Okay. Now we are told as straight line AB passes through the points B 2, -3 and Q 4, -7. Find the gradient of the line 2 max. So come here. This will be our solution here. So I have a line AB passes what? Passes B for pen 2, -3, 2, -3, and Q 4, -7. See, I can get the gradient, yes. I'll say this is x1, y1, x2, y2, don't forget. So this is y2. So now we're going to say gradient is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, which is now -7y2 minus 3, because our y1 is -3, don't forget, divided by x2 is 4 minus 2. So this will give me -7 plus 3 all over 2. So that is 4 out of 2, which is 2. So that's the gradient. -7 plus 3 is 4. Okay? Okay, now that is the first question A. So you thought another line BR passes through B. It passes through this point. Okay, digested. And it's perpendicular to BQ. Find the gradient of BR. So remember we said that 2 lines are perpendicular if the product of their gradient will give us what? If the product of their gradients will give us what? -1. So know that we have this one. So this will be this 2, which is the gradient of line AB. This is M1, don't forget. The first gradient we always call it what? M1. Know that, let me get gradient of line, line BR. I'll say M1 times M2 is equal to -1, because you say that 2 lines are perpendicular if the product of the gradients is -1. So we are going to say 2 times M2 is equal to -1. Divide 2 here, then M2 is equal to -half. So that is the gradient of what? BR. 2 marks again, because of a molecular. Then you're told the equation of line BR. So if I want to get the equation, look here. Equation of line BR. What do I have? I have what? I have a point because the line is passing B. So I have this one, B, which is 2, sorry. We have B, which is 2, negative 3, which is this one, plus the gradient, which is negative half. So let me get equation. So say equation of line BR. How are you going to get that? We are going to say, checking a general point. Checking what? A general point, which is always what? X1. Then together with these two, B, 2, negative 3, semicolon, negative half. Okay, we have learned right now. This is negative half, remember. So I'll say y, which is the general one, minus 3, which is the y value, don't forget. Over x minus 2 is equal to what? Negative half. So it will be y plus 3 over x minus 2 is equal to negative half. So it will be 2 into y plus 3 is equal to negative 1, open the bracket, x minus 2. So I'll have 2y plus 6, open, is equal to negative x plus 2, because negative 1 times x is negative x, okay? Then negative 1 times negative 2, positive 2. So take this one to our side. So 2y is equal to, let's follow the instruction. Y is equal to what? Mx plus c. So it will be 2y is equal to minus x plus 2 minus 6. So I will have 2y is equal to minus x minus 4. Divided throughout by 2. Cancel. So y is equal to negative half x minus 2. So this is the final answer. You are told the equation of BR in the form y is equal to mx plus c. Now, come to this point. These are questions that are outside KLB. Remember? You see, the way gradient and equation of a straight line is printed in the KLB of Kenya, and the way they come during national exam, okay, the concept of gradient come during, so you need to know that. So these questions, like these questions now, you may get these two, but this one. So how are you going to solve? You are told line BR, which is this one. So you must get this one correctly, okay? Line BR meets the x-axis and y-axis at A and B, respectively, okay? Find the coordinates of A and B. So if you want to get, because when you draw the line, it's just like this one. Let's assume now this is the straight line. So this is the point where it's cutting y-axis, because this is y-axis, and this is the point where it's cutting the x-axis. But remember, on this point, where the line cuts the x-axis, okay, y is what? Y, where the line cuts the x-axis, y is 0. So you're going to say like this, if you want to solve such kind of question in normal exam or during KCSE, you're going to say, on the x-axis, let me use this one. On the x-axis, comma, y is 0. So take your equation. Y is equal to negative half x, sorry, minus 2. So you said on the x-axis, y is 0, which means the position of what? The position of y will be 0. So we'll have 0 is equal to negative half x minus 2. Okay? Minus what? Minus 2. So take this 2 to this side. So we'll have 2, which is positive, is equal to negative half x. Then if 2 positive is equal to negative half x, see I can get x, yes. Eliminate this one, times 2, cancel these 2. So I will have minus x is equal to 4. Divide both sides by negative 1. Divide also negative 1, cancel. So x is equal to negative 4. So because we are saying on the x-axis, that's the point where the line is cutting the x-axis. And they say that line BR meets the x-axis and y-axis at A and B. So we're looking for A. So we're going to say A is the point. A is the point negative 4, 0, because you said on the x-axis y is 0 and x value is what? Negative 4, okay? Then you also say like this, also on the y-axis, comma, x is equal to 0. Then take your equation. Your equation is what? Y is equal to negative half x minus 2. But you say on the y-axis, x is 0. So the position of x we are going to replace with what? 0. So you're going to say y is equal to negative half times 0, because you say x is 0, minus 2. So y is equal to 0 minus 2. So y is equal to negative 2. Then you can say a, sorry, not a this time, b is the point. B is the point, open the bracket, 0, comma, negative 2, because you said on the y-axis, x is what? X is 0. And you have gotten your y value as negative 2 for your information, okay? Okay, let me add one more example, which will carry 4 marks. Then we will stop, okay? Now, we are going to see a question that's not found in KAP, okay, totally. Then, for your information, make sure you do research, because we are left with one more video, okay, to match this thing, okay? Let me write that one, then you will say hi to this class, okay? This will be the last example for your information. Make sure you go through this calculation, okay? Confirm, please, okay? Then, make sure you digest it well, so that during national exam you don't start panicking, okay? Let's now see the last example, which is outside KLP, and that normally comes during national exam, okay? Now let's see that one. This will be the last example for your information, okay? Let me write. This is the last example for your information. It is here. This is example 4, if I'm not wrong. This is our example 4. So, you are told a straight line AB, passes through the points. We have an A 5, 8 and B as negative 1, negative 4. Full stop. Question A, you are told find the equation of the line. Find the equation of the line in the form y is equal to mx plus c. Y is equal to mx plus c. Let me write that. Question B, you are told, hence calculate to one decimal place the size of the acute angle. The size of the acute angle, line AB max with the x-axis. So the first one is carrying 2 marks. This one is carrying 2 marks. This also carrying 2 marks. So this one, question B, you will not see in the KLP. Okay? You will not see this one. So it's very easy. What are we going to do? We will get our gradient as usual. You're going to get our gradient, then get the equation of the line, okay? That is the first question. So we are going to say, coming to the solution from here, we have A as 5, 8, then we have B as -1, -4. So let me get the gradient, x1, y1, x2, y2. So gradient is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, which is now -4 minus 8 all over -1 minus 5. So this will give me -12 divided by -6, okay? Which is what? Which is +2. After getting the gradient, you can get the equation. Equation, say now, equation, come here, I know this reflections away here. Equation of line AB. What are you going to do? Checking a general point. Checking what? A general point, okay? Checking a general point, which is always what? XY, together with, let me take this one, point A. A is what? 5, 8. Semicolon, then the gradient. Our gradient is what? 2. Okay, we're going to say y minus 8 over x minus 5 is equal to 2 out of 1. Remember, we have 2, but under that, we will have 1. Then you cross multiply. So it's y minus 8, because you are multiplying by 1, is equal to 2x minus 10. So take this to the other side. Y is equal to 2x minus 10 plus 8. So y is equal to 2x minus 2. So this is the first answer, okay? Equation of the line in the form y is equal to mx plus c. So now the question here is, how will I get angle, say like this, question B. Angle line AB max with the x-axis. With the x-axis. It is very easy. So it's always gotten as tan inverse of m, comma. How are you going to get tan inverse of what? Tan inverse of m. Tan inverse m, okay? Comma, where m is the gradient. Where m is the gradient. Just understand. So get the calculator. Make sure you have your calculator. If I want to get now the angle, this is my gradient, see, yes. So I will say shift tan the gradient of the line, which is 2. So the answer is, you are told what? Follow the instruction. Hence calculate to one decimal place. So I've gotten 63.4349. So it will be 63.4. Okay? Theta is equal to 63.4 degree. Final answer for your information, guys, okay? This is not the end of paper 1 questions, okay? Possible questions. Based on this chapter, we'll be discussing other concepts or other questions that can be framed during national exam or any other time, okay? In our next video, God willing. Guys, until next time, cheers.